How you feel about these rumors surrounding, Diddy and TD Jakes?
Man, what I think about it is this, when I grew up in the church, the sinners was not supposed to have the same atmosphere with the saints. You have to be able to separate the two. So I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin, drinking, maybe fornication.
Now, we also know that TD Jakes is allegedly also a power bottom, and he's a much older man. And they say he's very enthusiastic in his endeavors. What happens when he pops something loose? You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because they're mentioning workers, but they're not mentioning women. They're mentioning men as workers.
Yeah.
Like is that a thing where like there's a website? It's just wild to hear like mention.
You never heard of Grindr?
This isn't just another celebrity trial. It's something far more serious, so let's speak about the chaos that is now taking place. Bishop's TD Jakes is right in the heart of the Diddy trial, which has taken a dramatic swerve to the left. That's TD Jakes indeed. For reasons no one anticipated, the guy who is renowned for preaching fire on Sundays is suddenly in the news. We're talking about judicial drama, bizarre parties, falsehoods, threats, and the exposure of a whole dark circle that is supposedly headed by Diddy himself. We're not just talking about a name drop either. This is when things start to go crazy. Startling testimony began to pour in at court. Allegations of threats, beatings, and abduction involving bodyguards and celebrities. She was even pulled from her apartment, pushed into a vehicle, and driven to Kid Cudi's home to murder him, according to one witness. Why? Due to the fact that Cudi was seeing Cassie, Diddy's ex. According to another account, a lady was subjected to regular lie detector tests by her security because of some misplaced jewels. He threatened to throw her into the East River if she didn't succeed. Feelings of the mafia.
Hello there, I'm Eva Pilgrim. Thanks for streaming with us. Week 3 of testimony in the Sean Diddy Combs trial, starting with the music mogul's former assistant, Capricorn Clark, taking the stand.
Why would we need a 50-foot bed?
I mean, TD Jakes ain't small. I'm just saying. If it's a group thing, it's a group thing. You gotta think about, you got Rick Ross, you got Khaled, we talk about heavy hitters.
She testified she was held against her will twice. At one point alleging she was forced from her apartment and into a car to take Combs and one of his bodyguards to the home of rapper Kid Cudi to, quote, kill him. Cudi was dating his ex, Cassie Ventura, at the time. Clark also claimed Combs threatened to kill Ventura if she didn't convince Kid Cudi not to tell police that Combs was allegedly involved with a break-in at his house. Clark also telling the jury that a large man repeatedly administered lie detector tests to her on suspicion that she stole jewelry loaned to Combs. She testified that this man said if she flunked the test, they're going to throw you in the East River.
In 2009, did you observe an incident between Puff and Cassie? Yes, she was attacked by Sean and kicked. Did you see more violence by him against Cassie? Often. The government then shows Don Richard a picture of Diddy Dirty Money. When were you a member of this group? 2009 to 2011. The incident in 2009 when Sean Combs Cassie, where was it? In Sean Combs' LA home. We were recording. What did he do? He was saying, "Where the F is my food?" He grabbed a black skillet with eggs and tried to hit her over the head. Cassie dropped to the ground. What did she do? She was in a fetal position. Then what? Sean Combs was kicking her in the head and the body and then dragged her up to the first floor. Glass was breaking and yelling. I was scared for her and for me too. Did you intervene? No. Did you call the police? No. The next day, what happened? He said it had been passionate and she was okay, and that it would be better if we didn't talk, that people could end up missing. How did you understand that? Death. Diddy's team then yells objection. Then the judge calls a sidebar and ends her testimony for the day. But Dawn Richard will be back on Monday to give the rest of her full testimony against Diddy. But right before they brought Dawn Richard in, they actually had a Homeland Security agent testify against Diddy about when they came and arrested him to take him to jail. So let's go ahead and get into that. The government asked, when Sean Combs was arrested, where did you go? The Park Hyatt Hotel, room 2115, where he was staying. They show a picture to the jury of his hotel suite, and what did you do? We assigned a letter to each room and began to search. What was your role? I took photographs of items and then signed them on the 6051 form. What was found in the closet? They then show a picture to the jury, and it was plastic bags full of Johnson & Johnson baby oil and Astroglide bottles.
I have all the proof of Diddy's gay parties. When I tried to leak the proof, Diddy threatened to kill me. I also have videos of Diddy performing sacrifices.
However, TD Jakes came up and listed genuine identities of persons associated with Diddy's so-called dark circle, just when everyone believed the worst had already been revealed. Furthermore, these names aren't on the D list. These are influential people in the fields of entertainment, religion, and business. People who weren't simply at the gatherings, Jakes said. They participated in the events that took on behind those closed doors. Hold on now. TD Jakes is more than simply a voiceless individual. Presidents have consulted this guy for spiritual guidance. He has connections to the most powerful people. The whole courtroom trembled as he declared, "These are the people involved." And the instant consequences, public declarations were scattered like confetti, rejections with well-crafted PR, denials, and everyone behaving as if they were the victims of a major mistake. But the terror was palpable. They were twisting, not only denying.
Jaguar. He's not just involved. He's been playing power games with Diddy for years.
We got Jaguar right at the case. They said you're supposed to be in this.
Well, I'm up in this
here. Wow, they done brought everybody. How are you?
The Jaguar Race Show. Here we are.
Okay, oh, you got this security too? Oh, wow, Jaguar came with security too.
Pleasure to meet you. You know, just first and foremost, I mean, this is, the day of this trial. Again, the trial Diddy Combs. What are you feeling? What are you experiencing right now? How important was it for you to be here?
Paramount. There needs to be someone here who's been here all along. I've been waiting for this moment for 5 years.